What's going on, everyone? And welcome back to a brand new segment that I'm debuting from now on for every Sunday. I call this Action Sundays, actually. Ooh, how cool is that, actually? Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is I'll be looking at some action films. It doesn't have to be good, or it'll be kind of like, good, bad, mainstream, not mainstream. It could be a B film, actually, but of course, technically, isn't action in films technically any B grade film? Gotta think about that. But anyway, so that's what I'm gonna be doing every Sunday from now on, actually. So feel like I haven't done much movie reviews, so I feel like I want to do this actually. Since I used to do weekly wrestling reviews, that was, of course, that was a long time ago. But I feel like this will be a pretty cool medium where pretty much I want to get back to reviewing movies. Actually, of course, I'll still be doing reviewing other movies. That I'll see in theaters. I'll keep doing that, and of course, every other Saturday or so, an episode of Just for Giggles. Okay, but anyway, to tonight's feature, I'm going to be reviewing for this inaugural segment. I'm going to be reviewing Tekken, the live action adaptation of a popular fighting game franchise. Actually, now I know right off the bat you're gonna say, "Oh boy, it's a video game adaptation." And of course, video game to screen adaptations aren't really that good. Well, I agree. Actually, of course, well, in a few exceptions, I thought the Assassin's Creed movie was a good one. It was a way to keep things fresh. Actually, have the video games follow different character and have the movies follow a different, this interesting new character actually. But anyway, as for Tekken, I know, it's a fighting game franchise. But of course, they've Hollywood has butchered almost every other one. Well, of course. You can always think of Mortal Kombat, which I think is the best of the worst, actually. I'm gonna say, with Double Dragon being the absolute worst of any of the fighting game franchises. But when it comes to Tekken, actually, I feel like they hit me. Actually, in my opinion, I feel like it really hit. It's like not good nor bad. It's in between. Actually, the one problem with this movie is that there's you're trying to create a storyline by trying to get all these different interesting characters from the fighting game franchise and just control and throw into one story. Actually, and of course. Yeah, it's hard to do that, but the one overall main story is, of course, the main character of Jin, actually, Jin Kazuma. Actually, I really love they did stick to the source material, but there were a few things that I felt were a little off kilter. I felt like, all right, saying a dystopian future was okay. I feel like okay, I think they're hitting the medium there, but I will praise the costume designers for making the actual characters look almost exactly like their video game counterparts. I mean, holy shit! Except for Heihachi, I know his hair looks a little off, but hey, he fits the bill pretty good. And of course, what I find ironic is that the actor who plays Heihachi played Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat, actually. So that's some funny karma there, if you kind of think about that. So that's two fighting game franchise movies that he's been in, actually, if you think about it. So yeah, that's awesome. But let's see. As for the cast, well, besides Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, when I pronounce his last name, playing Heihachi, you have this young guy named John Fu, who eventually become Lee in the Rush Hour television series, which, better for worse, was something. And then the other one is Anthony Ian Dale, who eventually would star make a recurring role on YE50. So I felt those two characters, along with that star power, they really held the film together. Everyone else was kind of like, just like really just felt like just one dimensional or just supporting. Like, believe it or not, they actually they tried to go in a little depth, actually. In fact, there's a one good line where I believe it was Anna or one of the Williams sisters took a jab at Brian Fury and said, "Watch your tone, cyborg." And you already know. Oh shit, they're trying to build the character of Brian Fury, actually. And I will say Gary Daniels, who plays Brian Fury, I feel like he's underutilized actually in this movie, actually, because he's got a hell of a lot of potential. And this is the same guy that's also professional stuntman and is also starring other martial arts films, including City Hunter with Jackie Chan. Actually, bet you guys didn't know that. But But anyway, I digress, actually. So, I really don't want to give too much of the story away. Obviously, if you played the Tekken games, you would understand the movie, actually. But of course, with this complicated story, they try to thin it down to at least one big main branching story arc, which I think was good. Fighting in the King of Iron Fist tournament. They're trying to fight, for the prize money. Of course, for Jin, he's fighting for revenge for his mother's murder, actually. Which, of course, they did show in detail, which I thought was a little off-putting. Another thing that was a little off-putting was I don't want to say it, but there's a scene where Kazuya's having a menage a trois with the Williams sisters. Ugh. But yeah, why they had to do that is just nothing. I guess they realized, oh, there's not enough sex in this movie. They decided to throw this in for a good bonus. I'm like, not really. No, thank you. But okay. Anyway, but yeah, I thought that was a little off-putting. Another off-putting thing was, there was a little bit more. There was a lot of blood, actually, which was a little unsettling because, first off, the Tekken franchise is a fighting game franchise. It wasn't it's an actual fighting game franchise as well. It had little to no blood. Well, they're trying to make it into Mortal Kombat, and that was a little off-putting. So for me, but I felt, no, I'm sorry, okay, but overall, like it really hits. I felt like it really hit the medium part between trying to make it follow the source material for the most part, but then there were things I felt like it kind of devalued it. But overall, I'd say if it really hit in between. If you have not seen this movie, I'd say if you love the Tekken franchise, I'd say give this a watch. In my opinion, it's better than the King of Fighters movie. It's better than Dead or Alive. It's better than Double Dragon. Any of the other video game fighting adaptations. This one was a hell of a lot better, okay? But, yeah, okay? So, I'm going to give this movie maybe a 5.5 out of 10, actually. It's there. There's just a whole lot to be improved on, okay? So, that does it for today for this inaugural episode. I'd say go check it out. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep tuned here for some more awesome videos.